Yo, so once again, my camera did the thing where it decided, or rather, StreamYard did the thing where it decided that my main mic was going to be from my camera instead of my actual microphone. So, of course, you're going to hear loud echo in the background, especially with nothing on the walls. It's just going to be bouncing off. It's just going to sound crazy, and you won't be able to hear, of course, any of the sound effects that I have on my soundboard. I don't know why StreamYard is doing that. The default mic is supposed to be this my Shure mic for the Rodecaster, but for whatever reason, it just decided to default to my camera instead, and I do not know why it does that. But I do apologize once again for the technical difficulty, but please be sure that you continue to enjoy the show, and I hope that you guys enjoyed WrestleMania 42 as much as I did this weekend. With that being said, let's get this show started.
You are now tuned in to the Chaotic Culture Podcast.
It's the KKP on your mother flipping airways. Hear the name ringing through the halls and the stairways. You were listening to a pod that can segue all the latest topics, guaranteed to fill your headspace. It's a safe place to voice your opinion. Say what you feel, just like you're a kid again. Kid to pro and friends, black as obsidian. Chaotic culture, that's the world we living in. So what's the word?
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Chaotic Culture Podcast, the pod where chaos rules and black culture is supreme. The Chaotic Culture Podcast is brought to you by patreon.com/Chaotic Culture Pod. Please be sure, of course, that you subscribe to the Patreon to get this episode early and to get bonus content. Once again, we appreciate your support. This pod will deep dive into modern black culture and how millennials and Gen Z can navigate the crazy parts. From finances, black business highlights, black professionals, community, content creators, homeownership, HBCU, sports, black nerdom, anime, wrestling, and especially black music. If it encompasses black culture, we are going to cover it. Live from the 410, I'm the host and the creator of the Chaotic Culture Podcast. This is your boy, Ked the Pro, a.k.a. the Calculator Millennial, a.k.a. the Encore Presentation, a.k.a. your favorite toxic adjacent king, Ked the Poet, Ked the Closer, all that good stuff. 843 is in Baltimore's place to be. Always chaotic, never toxic on most days, and back again once again with your favorite black culture highlights and your black culture shenanigans. And of course, today we have a special guest for this episode coming to the stage. Late as always. My boy Dre, aka Fuzzy Mango Nectar. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
What is good? You know what it is. Oldie but a goodie. It's the Fuzzy Mango Nectar. Mango Rita drinkers. You know what I'm saying? The cracking guy. You add tamarind and the motherfucking pineapple juice. Make that slurry water. You know what I'm saying? It's the big bad pay right. Give your bitch a bone. We getting strong out here. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't not gonna be too big no more. How y'all motherfuckers doing? It's the big Dre in the house. What's up?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are here today, of course, to talk about what we just saw this past weekend. It's a wrestling episode, so you already know we got to get to WrestleMania 42, and we got another guest that just joined us. It is JB versus the world, my good brother.
What it do?
Let's go. Let's go. All right, so y'all already know. Y'all seen JB multiple times on this pod. If he wants to introduce himself, he's more than welcome to. But y'all already know he is, of course, a staple at this point. Not even a feature special guest. He's family when it comes to this pod. So, but just in case, JB, tell everybody who you are.
What it do? It's your boy JB, strongest guy in the room. Out here playing blocks with my nephew, trying to build a dinosaur house for him. Yeah, man. We just out here just doing, WrestleMania teams with my homies.
Indeed. All right, guys. So, of course, before we get into the WrestleMania content, of course, we just got to ask everybody's mental health, make sure everybody's good. As y'all can see, of course, my walls are now bare. I do have to get out of this apartment here really soon, but, still trying to record and still try to do episodes in between then. But if y'all don't see me after another week, of course, that means like, oh, my stuff got taken down as far as my computer and all of that good stuff. But other than that, I'm okay. I can say, of course, I've officially left my job now. That's kind of where we at right now. Still, in the job market looking for another one. But in the meantime, I'm just chilling and trying to get some work done. How's everybody else been doing?
Congratulations, man. That's an elevation move, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, it doesn't seem like it, man. May not seem like it at the moment, man. That's elevation, man. We love elevation around here.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I just wanted to be sure everybody else was good and, doing their thing and staying healthy in these streets.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. I came from the gym. This is leg day. My legs are tired. I'm done. Cooked up.
I hear you, bro. Now that I got a full schedule again, tomorrow I will be back in there like tomorrow morning. So I will be getting that good workout in for real. JB, how you feeling?
Man, I feel a little uneven coming out of WrestleMania weekend. Had a couple of personal things happen, and I realized today that I'm gonna have to let go of somebody I've known for almost 20 years. So it is what it is.
It be like that sometimes, man. I
It
hate
be
that
like
for
that
you.
sometimes.
But
Hey, man, and I guess the sad part is, the sad part is when you're not really sad about it.
yeah, that if you're not sad about it, that just kind of shows you it was probably time to let go. But you know what? I'm just glad that you seem to be doing all right despite that, man. With that, I think it's time. We don't want to waste any time because we know Raw After Mania is coming up, and granted, it is on Netflix, so it's like if we miss something, we can always go back.
Yeah, that's facts.
Thankfully, it ain't like if we miss it, then we miss it. So we'll get to that. But we'll try to make this as quick and as thorough as possible, y'all, because y'all already know this was a 2-night event. There was 13 matches. We got to make sure that we at least talk about everything that kind of happened. Of course, starting with talking about night 1 of Mania 42, since that was the weaker of the card, and I'm just spitting facts here. Granted, yeah. Me personally, before we get into like how we felt about the night in general, I do want to go match by match to see how everybody felt, and just go from there. So the first match of the night, it started off, of course, with the 6-man tag. That is the Vision and IShowSpeed versus the Usos and LA Knight. All right. So first and foremost, how did everybody? Or let me talk to my boy Dre. I want to get his thoughts. Dre, how did you feel about this particular match?
Well, first, I'm happy they didn't yeet for like 25 fucking minutes. You know what I'm saying? Cause I saw that, I was like, all right, thank God my man didn't do no run backs, ain't no fucking bouncing off each ring points trying to read. He's gonna have some damn energy for the match.
Are you an anti-yeeter?
I like yeeting. I just don't want him to be gassed.
Okay.
Every time he does double, triple yeets, that boy be gassed to shit, and it don't look good. Besides that, I love it. But besides that, I think everybody had a pretty nice time. Honestly, Speed surprised me for whatever reason. Why? That man always just does great at whatever he does these days. Like, I don't understand him. Like, but fuck it, he did his thing. He really did his thing. Match is too short, but like that's like every match. But
yeah, the bad thing about this WrestleMania is that it was hampered with the ad breaks, and I mean it came with the territory of putting it on ESPN. Like I already knew that the ad breaks were gonna be terrible. It just seemed that the way that things flowed, Sunday flowed better despite the ad breaks, but it's probably because the matches were better quality than Saturday. Saturday, it's like the matches, but because of those ad breaks, it just drug it out. But anyway, before I get to JB, I definitely wanted to just give my thoughts. I thought this was okay. If you were to, I don't know if I would put this as a WrestleMania opener. I wanted to open up with like a bang, but at the same time, I get why they did it. You know, you're including a well-known celebrity, a well-known streamer as IShowSpeed. You want to get all eyes on him. And of course, for the big spot that he had of splashing Logan Paul through the announce table. So there was that. The match itself was just kind of like, it was there. It was nothing special. Nothing special happened. it really truly it blinked and it was kind of over, and that's kind of the case with a lot of these matches. But yeah, runtime aside, I think that this match was specifically built just for ISO Speed to get his moment, so that way that could go quote unquote viral. But anyway, JB, your thoughts?
All right, I thought this was one of the weakest openers in WrestleMania history.
I
Like,
don't disagree.
He's crying because he's a little upset. The block's knocked over. Hold on a second. Oh, it's okay. But yeah, one of the weakest openers in WrestleMania history. Not that good. Nothing memorable happened. It just kind of just came and went. I think it was like 7 minutes.
Yeah, roughly.
About that.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, everything interesting that happened after the match.
That's true.
Yeah.
Eh.
And that's really what it was. Everything interesting really did happen after the match. We got to see a little bit of Speed's athleticism, but that's really about it. Before I move on to the next match, I wanted to just ask, how did everybody feel about the WrestleMania stage this year? Because initially I was but then eventually, like as the nights wore on, I kind of warmed up to it.
I thought it was an okay stage. This WrestleMania just doesn't feel like a WrestleMania. I'm not gonna lie. It's just all kinds of off. Like, I don't mind the pillars and all that extra shit with the cool ass LEDs, but just like something about it didn't scream WrestleMania. But it's like close. It's close.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. I think that when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, I'm reminded of like the two pillars from like, well, I guess the two screens that were lined up from WrestleMania X7. That's what I immediately thought when I saw it. But I'm like, you could have put a little more effort into this. I get, y'all were kind of rushing through it because you only had really about 5 days to put it up. Whereas the other WrestleManias, you had more time to build. I think that they were working on the WrestleMania 40 stage for like a good 2 weeks before they revealed that. The same thing with 41. They work on it for a while. And the WrestleMania 39 is still, at this point, one of the best stages I've seen for WrestleMania, period. So I think we have gotten spoiled on that. But JB, did you have any thoughts on the stage?
I don't know. It was very meh for the most part. I do like the fact that they changed the color scheme from night 1 to night 2, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, outside of that, it's just very, I don't know. It felt very 90s B pay-per-view-ish. Yeah.
I don't disagree. I do not disagree. All right, next match, the unsanctioned match between Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. I think I'm going to start with this one. This was a good match. Would it be a good unsanctioned match? I don't know. I don't think that it hit the levels of being unsanctioned, because when I think of unsanctioned, I think of what I saw between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, or what I saw between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Those unsanctioned matches were insane. This felt more like another street fight. I was trying to figure out, okay, where's like the unsanctioned part? Where's the brutality? I get the use of weapons was there. There were some moments where you thought, ooh, that could end up being nasty, but there was no color spots. There was nothing that screamed, hey, whatever happens is on y'all. This was just like, okay, it's just a street fight. They could have made it more brutal, but at the same time, I also know that this match was troubled by time constraints yet again. But that being said, I still thought that this was a good back and forth. Drew got a little good offense in. Jacob won, obviously, which was the absolute correct call, because we all know that Drew is going to film the Highlander, and with Jacob, it gives him a chance to make that push up into the actual upper card. So anybody got any thoughts on that?
I love the match, but like, it should have been for the title, in my opinion. I don't think it could have been so much, but because if you gave it the time that the title match got, I think we could have drew some blood. We could have got somewhere. Because why are we taking out the toolbox and there's no blood, there's no nothing, there's nothing going on? Because I seen what you could do with that toolbox.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Drew versus CM Punk, and that toolbox was going to hell. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, boy, you preaching.
But this time, that toolbox was just like, yeah, I'm here. What's up? You know, I'm doing my thing. But it's just like, come on, bro. Like, it's you got such a heavy hitter with Drew and an up and coming heavy hitter with Fatu, and we just kind of like going through the motions for 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a SmackDown match.
I mean, I appreciate that Drew had PTSD from seeing the toolbox. I thought it was a nice little touch. And I appreciate the violence that they went through in them over the course of the match.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best matches of the night, by the way.
It was.
Jacob's interest was also pretty fire.
Yeah, well. it definitely was. I definitely meant to mention that he definitely had the dancers come out and breathe fire, and actually like that whole presentation was great. Drew came back out with the sword, which we hadn't seen in like years. So that was interesting. But overall, I think as far as a Saturday match, this was definitely one of the best two matches. I'll get to the others in a bit, obviously, but I definitely wanted to put that up there. Just for me, again, it goes back down to, did this feel like an unsanctioned match? And it did not. But again, because of time constraints and because there was not enough brutality. But anyway, moving on to the women tag titles. We got the Irresistible Forces versus Flair and Bliss versus Bayley and Lyra versus Brie, and unfortunately Nikki was still injured, so taking Nikki Bella's place was the returning Paige. So I'm gonna save my thoughts for after y'all, whoever else wants to go first, because I got some.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me try what I'm sick of. I'm sick of these mother freaking returning stars getting mother freaking Mania wins for the mother freaking pop. Lyra Bayley, Team Bad and Bougie, Team Irresistible Forces. Like, they don't work their whole butts off for the last few weeks over the build of these women's tag title matches, and they give it to a Bella. No, and you know what? And no disrespect to Paige. No disrespect to Paige. I worry because she got that spaghetti neck. No pun intended. And I hope she's healthy. I legitimately do hope she's healthy and she remains healthy. But my God, like the Mania pop in the title win. What are we doing?
Who knows, brother?
Bayley and Bird Lady deserved it. I was gonna see Team Biggie Smalls get it back. I could have seen the Irresistible Forces retain it. But nah, we give it to Paige and Bella. Bella? I mean, sure, she's the likable Bella, but she's not the better wrestler, Bella.
Well,
damn, Bella's coming in ruining everything.
Well,
I don't want to look or touch. Bella?
Woo. All right, Drake, what you got?
I'm pretty much on the same page. Honestly, the first big thing is that people keep spoiling shit. If you go on Twitter all day long, you're gonna spoil it. So we already knew Paige was coming back. So this could have been cooler if someone could keep their fucking mouth shut. Like, goddamn, bro, the payday is not that good for that. You know what I'm saying? So then we see it. I'm like, all right, cool. We got Paige, and then you seen the whole little link up between her and Charlotte, and it's like, oh, okay, we still remember shit. That's great. But then came to the wrestling time, and I was just like, some of this could have been better, because, like, really, I know you a Bella and you married to your mans and all that, but you gonna use the yes kicks for like 20 minutes of the match, my nigga? Like, you only got so long. I feel like she spent like a hot minute on those yes kicks, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, can we move this on? And it's just like, still them winning. Ugh, no, should have kept it with the Forces or something. Anybody else could have won.
Y'all watching the Black Boy Joy real quick? I'm sorry. I'm just so proud of this kid. Look what he did.
Look at him.
He did a good job. He did a good job.
Give him thumbs up. Red one. Let's do it.
All right, so I guess I got to get to my thoughts, man. All right. I'm pretty much on the same tip. Where do I start? First and foremost, I would have been okay if the Irresistible Forces kept the titles, or my pick was actually have Lyra and Bailey win the titles. But that was before I had seen that, Paige had returned, and then there was the dirt sheet rumor going around that she was going to replace Nikki Bella. When the moment I saw that rumor, I was like, she about to win, AJ. They about to do the same exact shit that they did last year, where Becky was returning and took Bailey's place, and Becky and Lyra ended up winning the titles, except this time it's going to go onto a Bella and Paige. Oh my God. Especially because the women's tag titles have been built over the course of the entire year. They are literally the best tag division in WWE right now, save for NXT. This was literally like, okay, the women's tag titles actually mean something this time, praise God. And I'm thinking that, all right, we go finally give Bailey and Lyra their moment because they missed last year, all because they wanted the surprise return of Becky. Instead, of course, we got the nostalgia pop for Paige, which, no offense to Paige, Paige can go in the ring, assuming that she is healthy and she is safe. She can still work. It doesn't look like she lost a step, obviously, because she was with AEW for a time. That was her actual return before coming back. So she can go in the ring again. It's just a matter of why. Are we really that, desperate for a pop that we were going to just put it on, for a nostalgia act, for a return act, and then just put it on the Bellas? And apparently there was a rumor going around that the Bellas were scheduled to win anyway, just because they're literally on their last goodbye tour pretty much. So that really kind of ruined the moment for me on top of that. So I'm like, oh God, here we go. The match itself was okay. Nothing to write home about, but it was okay. But pretty much my main gripe with the match was that the match was pretty much surrounding the hot tag to Paige. And it's like, okay, now it went from a fatal 4-way tag match to a one-woman show at this point. We just wait for Paige to get the hot tag and then find a way to get the win. I will say the only interesting part for me, and I know we talk about the abundance of interferences that happened throughout some of these matches, but I think this interference kind of made things a little intriguing because obviously Nikki, hit Charlotte with her crutch and whatnot. And then, of course, Alexa's trying to figure out, do I help Charlotte or do I go for the win? And Alexa ended up going for the win. And, of course, it ended up costing them a match because Paige ended up hitting the Rampage and getting the 1, 2, 3. But, we can focus on that story later on. So I do want to see what happens between Charlotte and Alexa after that. And I'm hoping that, Bailey was just playing it up as, losing the match and not, like, absolutely angry because apparently – there were dirt sheets around that said Bailey looked visibly upset. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's just playing into kayfabe, being upset that she lost the match. But considering how much Bailey has been shafted, I wouldn't be surprised if she was actually upset, in real time. So
I would be if I was her too.
Let's be real about a couple
fucking
things.
Bella of all people.
Let's be real, man.
Fuck.
Like, this wasn't like a tag team title win that we gave to like the Hardys. Talking about half a Bella.
Half a Bella.
Half a Bella and Lord forgive me, noodle neck Paige. Her neck is about as good as Kobe's knee at the end of his career.
Damn, that's cold.
Is it cold? Does that mean possibly? Is it factual?
I mean,
and I say that with all respect. That I hope she has a long career. She's only 33 years old at the end of the day. As long as she's been around, she's only 33 years old. So I hope she has a long, prosperous, healthy career. I hope this is like her Shawn Michaels Renaissance. But on this day, on 4/20, as of this recording, she gonna have to prove to me she ain't got no noodle neck. And I hope she does. I hope she does. Give it to half a Bella and Paige and some of the teams that have been working there. Boy, y'all got y'all nerve.
You're not wrong there, brother. You're not wrong. So moving on to the next match, we have the Women's Intercontinental Championship match, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. I'll go first this time. Again, this match was pretty much hampered by time constraints. Granted, this is probably the best chemistry match between these two because the first time that they faced each other, you could tell the lack of chemistry between these two, but it seemed like this match flew or it was going a little smoother this time, and I appreciate that. Now, granted, because of the time constraints, they kind of had to hit like point A, point B, point C, finish, so they had to go quickly. The match was fine again, but it could have definitely used that time, especially the story behind AJ versus Becky. We all know that Becky for the longest time just could not get one up on AJ. Every time she faced AJ Lee, whether it would be in the WrestlePalooza mixed tag match, whether it was in the War Games match, or even one-on-one, she always tapped. So there could have been a bigger story behind that. I do like the little nuances of the story between her and Jessica Carr. Eventually, we do need to see Jessica Carr versus Becky Lynch. We all know Jessica Carr putting in work and Evolve. I got to give her a shout out for that. But this match and this story deserved a little more time. If you had just given it maybe five more minutes, or maybe even like 7 more minutes, they could have definitely told a better story in the ring. But because of that time constraints, it's just kind of like, okay. But still, for what it was, the match went smoother than their previous meetings. They did good. Obviously, Becky won because we know AJ Lee is not a full-time, competitor. So at this point, you're like, well, what's next? Because Becky technically made this title, but there are plenty of NXT superstars that can come up and take that title off of Becky and make a whole new story. So I think the right person did win. Shout out to AJ Lee attempting what looked to be like her version of the manhandle slam. I thought that was kind of funny.
Well, that was rough.
Yeah, it was rough. I was like, that's a manhandle slam, I think. Okay.
She's like 6 inches shorter than her.
Right. But also big. Of course, the turnbuckle played a part in it. Like Becky tried to take it off. Jessica Carr put it back. Becky was getting in Jessica Carr's face, and then of course towards the end, Becky like very, very smoothly slipped it off, and of course that led to the finish. So, but yeah, I this match was okay. I wasn't bothered by it. I was just bothered by the time. One note though, the Wonder Years, y'all. The Wonder Years were clearly in lip sync.
Oh yeah,
clearly,
immediately.
I was like, I was like. What's going? I'm like sitting there.
My boy wasn't prepared.
You know what?
He wasn't prepared.
I did a little research on that, and I found out why. They're very woke, for lack of a better term. So, giving them a live mic, and they could have possibly said something like "Free Palestine" or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, now we can't have that.
That was a risk for TKO.
Yeah, not in TKO. Not in TKO. They do not want that. So yeah, I get it. They let Sammy get away with it because of who Sammy is, but anybody else, they gonna shut that down.
And I think at that time Sammy said it was getting close to them Saudi matches. So they hey, you got one. Slow up.
Right. But yeah, all right. And then AJ, of course, came out with the kids. But I knew when she came out with the kids, she was losing. I'm like, damn, she got the girls with her. Shout out to the girls who, the one girl who just never made it out. I saw her go from one to the next. I was like, yo, she didn't even get out to skip with them. She just,
Lord. I ain't gonna lie. I love how everybody was skipping, but then it was that one girl that she threw in some arm movements in there. She said, "I'm gonna get seen today." All right, you gonna know who I am.
Right, and there was one who also was like not on beat skipping as well. I saw her immediately. I'm like, hey, I need you to work on your skip, baby. Like, what you doing?
Yo, these kids don't skip no more, bro. They don't play
outside. They don't even be outside no more.
Right.
It's a lost art.
They don't know. They don't know what it's like to be out till the street lights come on. Kids don't know.
Right. All right. So what are y'all's thoughts?
Is it bad that when I saw the kids for AJ, I immediately thought of Bianca Belair?
No, that's not. That's fair.
Because I
Matter of fact,
immediately
Bianca-
thought back to the hair.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
Bianca might be the only person who came out with kids and didn't lose that time. So
Yeah.
But she
That's
never needed them at all.
Nah, but it was good for the kids. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody doing the kids thing. John Cena had the kids thing. Bianca got the kids thing. Now AJ got the kids thing. That's great.
Did Cena have kids?
Cena had
Yes,
kids.
he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He had the Make-A-Wish kids though. He had the special
Yeah.
ones.
yeah, for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Boy,
know
you
what
hell
I'm
for saying that.
Everybody get a different class. You know what I'm saying? He got the Make-A-Wish. Bianca had the what was it, like a gymnast group or some kind of girls club?
Dance crew.
You know, a dance crew. Yeah. See, everybody you gotta mix it up.
What they call it? The Dolls of Charlotte? Compton
I
or something like that?
Something
of Compton. It was something of Compton.
Yeah. Anyway,
I
I thought the
the
match
girl
was
whose mom
good.
died that morning.
Yeah,
and she
that
still
was
went out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she still had that. Yeah, match was good. I like some of the chemistry with it. You know what I'm saying? AJ was doing her thing. She was slipping, she was sliding. I liked when she dodged the move and then she hung on the ropes. I thought that was cool. I was like, hey, I see you, girl. You've been practicing.
She has.
Knock that ring dust off. I need to see more of that. But you know, Jessica Carr storyline, great as always. Now I just need to see is Maxine gonna come back after this bullshit with Natalia and come get her title back?
Did she even wake up from that?
Who knows? Who knows? Because that's all I can think about.
She might have had a fever dream and she was on Main Event or something.
Yeah, because honestly, I feel with this title, Becky has had the most like best matches with anyone. But I also feel like her matches with Maxine were the best matches. Just regardless. So I need Maxine to come back and come get this title. So hopefully she wakes up and she works with AJ this time instead of Natalia. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. All right, JB, what you got?
Best chemistry, like you said, between them this entire feud. But I'm gonna take it a step further. I'm happy AJ was Intercontinental Women's Champion, but this match did not need that belt. And Becky does not need it a third time. She elevated it by when she lost it to Maxine. You know what I'm saying? That was the big event of that summer. It was cool when it happened. And they did nothing with it. She does not need to be a three-time Intercontinental Champion. However, in that same vein, I am happy that we have Becky for as long as we have her left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy AJ got a WrestleMania moment. And she said in an interview that this was her way of having a goodbye and thank you with her entrance that she never got to before because she left so abruptly. So grateful to both of these women. They're both legends in my book. I'm happy that we have them. But that match did not need that belt, and it could have used 5 more minutes to cook a little bit more.
Every match.
As I said,
every match.
Yeah, definitely. All right. I think everybody's match of the night for night 1, Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Yeah. I don't really need to say much. Like this was a high speed from start to finish, and the fact that they even went that fast, which is not really normal for Gunther to go that fast, but again, pacing and because of time constraints. Yeah. But that being said, they made the most out of a bad situation and they cooked. And listen, I get that sometimes you don't really just need a story for real. They can prove that, hey, we don't need a story between us. It's just a matter of I hate you, and Gunther's like, I'm doing the person you hate a favor. So yeah, let's just get to the grabs. So I appreciate that, you know, despite the lack of a build with this match, that they still were able to, you know, make the match really, really good. And for me, the moment that I heard Braun Breaker was cleared, I knew, I'm like, yeah, he's returning during this match. I called it in our predictions match. I said Braun Breaker's go come and interfere. And sure enough, he came, and the first spear he gave to Seth, great. That second one after the match was a lot to be desired, but
fan service.
Yeah.
Hey, let him cook. Let him cook.
but all in all, this is a great match. I do love the story that they told. Obviously, Gunther, being Gunther as always, the classic heel, the I do like what I saw as far as like the back and forth, because it seemed like every time Gunther had something for Seth, Seth did have a response. He was like, the best way to deal with you is to counter everything that you throw at me. So if Gunther chopped him, Seth chopped him right back. Drop kick to Seth drop kicked him right back. German suplex right back. I'm like, okay, it's like, okay, we doing counter for counter, move for move. Like anything you can do, I can do better. And I definitely liked the dynamic between these two in the match. Obviously, of course, the match, ending with Seth trying to, pedigree on the table and then stomp on the table. And then, of course, he ended up getting speared because, our favorite dumbass referees go to check on the other person. And as soon as he got speared and thrown back in the ring, all of a sudden, oh, Gunther's not better now. Put him in a sleeper. And then that was it. So, but that is wrestling for you. You always got the dumb referees, man. The referees are not smart, and that's just kind of how the script plays out to be. But
Zero awareness.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they were a Madden player, they'd be zero awareness. Yeah, zero play recognition.
None whatsoever. But yeah, this was by far a match of the night.
Yeah. Unfortunately, so. Considering what was supposed to happen and the stakes for the main event and everything, this was the best match of the night. And even still, I'm only giving it a B+. This match didn't need an interference spot. It's WrestleMania. See the match through. If you're gonna have graphs, if you're gonna have matches, if you're gonna culminate rivalries, if you're gonna tell stories, do that at WrestleMania. Don't build off of it. They could have had Braun come back tomorrow night, and I see. And that match it didn't need that. It didn't need the interference. It didn't need the extra, and I think it kind of tainted the ending.
Drake.
What do? Try again. Yes.
Dre, your mic.
Was I still on mute? Oh.
Yeah, you good now.
You good now.
So we came up with zero story for this match and still had a great match. I love it.
Yep.
Michael's an Undertaker. This really was Michael's an Undertaker from 25. This had that kind of potential.
Yeah. Because I ain't gonna lie, during this part, I was starting to be like, I'm getting tired. These ads are taking me out.
Mm-hmm.
But it just brought me back up. And I was like, all right, this is a good match. And then we got old boy Braun just coming in, running down rings, 25,000 miles per hour, doing double spears on people. I was like, all right, he hitting it. That second one, he was definitely gassed. And when you running down a hill like that, it's rough. It's real rough. But it was like, all right, we here, we doing it. I just need to know what's gonna happen next. Like, we get some backlash. Is it gonna be tonight? Like, what's happening here? Because zero story, great match, but like, what's the follow up? What's the favor? Where we go from here? That's why I need to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we thought we had the answer to that question until night 2, but we'll get to that. So, yeah, overall, I gotta say, big shout out to Seth Rollins, because he is still a stamina monster. It's just like, dang, that man missed time, and he still looked like he was ready to go even longer. So, big
for real, like we talk about Paige's neck being compared to Kobe's knee. Seth actually has Kobe's knees.
Mm-hmm. But see, the good thing, I won't say the good thing, but like the thing about this one, it wasn't even his knees. It was just like, man, he just came back from shoulder surgery. So I was worried about that shoulder. Like, is he gonna be all right? But he seemed to be doing pretty good. So
he's about 6 surgeries away from being Rey Mysterio.
Well, that is fair. That is fair. All right. So now we go to the Women's World Championship match between Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan. I got a few thoughts. One, this definitely should have been longer. And of all the matches, this one got hold the most. But I understand. I've heard the reports now that as far as this match was concerned, they were both banged up. Obviously, Liv banged up from the big ass knot in her head and shit. I guess Stephanie is still dealing with the ankle pop, possibly, but yeah, they were both banged up. So I guess they just kind of wanted them to get through the motions as quick as possible, which is really why I was just really big spot after big spot. Whereas I disagree with JB about the interference for the from the last match, because I do think that the interference spot was warranted, considering that in kayfabe, Ron Breakker believes that Seth Rollins cost him a spot in the Royal Rumble, so it only makes sense for him to cost him this match. In this case, I knew the interference was coming for this match. I just didn't want it, because it's just like, we are never getting out of this this Judgment Day vortex.
How you gonna tell somebody it's over for you, female dog, and then you get your friends to get involved? You don't want to smoke by yourself? You can't handle it by yourself?
No.
And that was
but you gotta
Stephanie's
make
whole argument.
videos,
She was
though.
just like, you can't win without your friends. But Liv did play with it at the end of the night. She was like, Steph told me I couldn't win without my friends, and she was right. I was just like, oh God, here we go. But yeah, it literally took Roxanne and Raquel to help Liv win, obviously. I personally knew that they were going to put the belt on Liv, because WWE loves Liv, and the fans love Liv and whatnot, even with the new entrance music, which I think is ass, but I mean,
straight
it
ass.
is. Yeah, that song is straight garbage, but
we didn't need it.
Yeah,
with the sound off.
Yeah, they was like, hey, we was go watch this video one way or the other. And I'm just like, y'all. And when she performed it, I'm like, yo, y'all serious? This is what we're doing now? Okay, I guess.
Dr. Umar gonna have to forgive me about how I feel about Liv Morgan, but that music video ain't it.
It's not. It is not. Listen, and I'm not saying, I'm not saying, Liv is not a beautiful person, because she is. She is absolutely. She's gorgeous, and even though I'm not into, well, I don't know. I have my spots for the milk ladies. In this case, I just was like, I did not find that dance appealing. I didn't find the video appealing. I found nothing about it appealing. But you know what? It is what it is. I still wanted Stephanie to retain, because what I wanted was for Raquel to interfere, but to cost Liv the match, especially because Liv cost her a shot at the title a couple of times. But that's not what we got. But they'll tell that story down the line, I'm pretty sure, where it'll be eventually Liv versus Raquel. And hopefully that means we get out of the Judgment Day vortex and we can dissolve that group for good.
Yeah, that group needs to go, because geez, us, brother. So many additions, so many leaves, so many everything. But yeah,
I do appreciate the Britney Spears homage, though. With Liv's outfit.
Sure.
I mean, it was in Vegas. It's in Vegas, and
Yeah, it's definitely Britney Spears inspired.
Yeah.
It was definitely Britney Spears inspired. That's cool. However, are we talking about the match now? I can speak on the match now.
I mean, yeah, you can talk about the match. I pretty much just, gave my thoughts on the entire match in general. Like, it just went way too fast for me to even really enjoy it for real. But for what they did and for the time that they did, it was like go, 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 go. So I give them credit for that. But yeah,
I'm gonna be real. Everything about that pissed me off. I thought this was gonna be swinging. Ain't gonna be no technicalities. We just gonna have two women who have been throwing haymakers at each other for weeks, continue to throw haymakers, and I got no haymakers. No makers were hayed the whole match. And it made me mad. It made me mad. And then it was over in 6 minutes.
Yes.
And then we got a new champion. And then, of course, there was interference. Why didn't she account for the interference? Everybody and their mama knew it was coming. Everybody and their mama. My nephew knew the interference was coming. Jack, you know the interference was coming? Did you know the interference was coming? Say yes. He's mad about it. He's not even reacting. He's so mad about it.
Nah, for sure, man. Man, there's so many things. Like, you had one of the shortest, but one of the best builds. It was just straight hate between these two, and
Oh
yet
yeah.
for the time that
It
they
was
got
too
us, it's like,
much ready to
man,
feud.
yeah,
Oh yeah, because they was throwing out some crazy promos,
right.
getting straight to the sewer
Talk-
spots and all kinds of craziness,
We got
all kind of
tears and
putas,
everything.
and you
You
can't win
hiding
out your
behind a
man,
Mhm.
and you got all
You
this
was
engine
everything was
behind you,
given
but
to
you
you.
wasted, and I had to work my way up. Like,
Yo,
ooh,
your mama is basura. I'm like, oh,
I was like, damn.
we want to
Even
talk
that,
about mamas.
yeah, even Stephanie said, "Yeah, you a better singer than you are a wrestler." So, like, even I caught that promo. Like, dang, she's like, yeah, she coming for your whole life. But,
I was like, Jesus.
yeah, they only get.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this feud is not over. They're probably going to run it back. We'll
Got
see.
to.
Yeah, because I think that they deserve a full match, and I really just want, I wanted Stephanie to have a longer reign, but we all knew that they were gonna, that was gonna be Liv's crowning achievement because she was at that point, she had a losing record at WrestleMania, and of course she kept coming up as the runner-up in the Royal Rumble, so this was their moment for Liv. So yeah. The next segment, all I gotta say is my man Montez Ford finally just shot the club up. he finally,
he wouldn't do nothing. She wouldn't do nothing. Might as well.
Yeah. He finally just like, hey, look, it is what it is. So Bianca Belair is pregnant, and that means she's going to be out even longer because we knew that finger injury had kept her out for such a long time. But now she is pregnant, so expect her to be out for another year. Pretty much.
Royal Rumble winning 2028.
My man hit her with the age old. Yo, let me rub that finger for you, mom. Let me massage that real quick.
You know what? On a selfish tip, I'm gonna miss her, man.
Oh yeah,
like we talk about like pioneers, legends in the making, potential Mrs. WrestleMania. Like Bianca is her. Like that Black Queen deserves everything in the world. But on a realistic tip, that my fandom and my selfish wants for her to see her in the ring aside. Oh no. I want her in the wrestling ring, but I'm happy for her and Tez. Like legitimately happy for them. Congratulations to the both of them. Happy pregnancy, happy recovery, happy delivery.
Oh yeah,
indeed.
I said that in the wrong order, but you all know what I mean. She never needed us at all.
But let's get to probably the most controversial match of the entire weekend. In the undisputed WWE Championship match between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, you had Cody Rhodes retain. Now, I have some thoughts on this, but for me, the result of the match, I didn't mind. I didn't mind Cody retaining. I think for me, it boiled down to if Pat McAfee had not been involved at all, then I probably would have been more upset about Cody retaining. It would have made like, okay, if you just let their feud play out, for that entire period without getting Pat involved and without getting Jelly Roll involved, and you just let these two feud based on the history that they had, then yes, I would have been mad that Randy didn't win. However, because of the interference, because Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll got involved in this and just made it a big ass clusterfuck, because of all of that bullshit that happened in between, I'm like, you know what? Let Cody retain so they can actually have a proper build later on. And I was right. I will say that I think that people were a little more upset because throughout this match, they were trying to figure out who was the heel, who was the face. It was obvious that the crowd was not going to boo Randy. So Cody and Randy had to do Rock and Hogan, where the face had to play the heel during the match and the heel had to play the face during the match. And in this case, we saw Cody was being more of the heel than Randy was. He was targeting his back. He was, had the thud to the eye. When he opened up Randy Orton, he wiped his blood on his chest. He was doing heelish things throughout the match. And I mean, Randy also had his heel moments as well, but you could tell that he was playing the part of the babyface, of the person who was trying to, fight back from behind to be the underdog to actually win the title. You also had Cody mocking Randy Orton, mocking his movements, doing his moves like the side slam, the draping DDT, the side slam on the table. He actually hit him with an RKO. So yes, and then of course we had Randy actually hit Cody with a crossroads. So you did have all of these things. Now, of course, with the shenanigans, the thud to the eye, the RKO to the ref, the low blow attempt by Randy, and of course it rode Cody and reversed it into his own low blow, tried to go for the super Cody cutter and ended up getting hit with an RKO. And then Pat McAfee comes back again. This is where I'm like, okay, y'all are doing too much. Like at the beginning of the match when y'all took Pat out of there, that should have been it. Don't include him in anything. I'm already upset that he's out here. I'm already upset that all of this. I'm glad that he got what he deserved at the beginning of this match. I'm glad that Jelly Roll, dropped that elbow on him and whatnot, and then he just disappeared into the ethos. Yes, okay, we got that out. We got that mess out the way at the beginning. Let's leave it at that. But no, Pat had to come back, and that's where I was kind of like, okay, yeah, this. I don't know how I feel about this. Randy hit him with an RKO because I guess he felt that Pat counted too slow. I'm not sure. But that allowed for Cody to come hit the crossroads, get the 1, 2, 3. And then, of course, you had the post-match beatdown where Randy hits him with the title and then hits the punt kick and legit hits him in the eye. Because I looked at that boy's eye. I'm like, yo, Cody got a shiner, bro. That eye is swollen. Like, Randy, you can even tell Randy went back over to check on him. Like, yo, you good? Like, he hit him for real. So, yeah, this match... It's really hard to say how I feel about this match in general, whether I disliked it or liked it. It was like, if this whole thing just could have been avoided if Pat McAfee was just not involved.
Yeah,
I think that's really what it boils down to. But because he was involved, I'm like they tried to make the best out of a bad situation. It just didn't really hit the mark. But I wouldn't call this the worst match. Or the worst night one main event or anything like that. I mean, I've seen worse Mania matches. I've seen worse Mania
last year.
But yeah, let's talk about that Travis Scott shit. But in any case,
let's not talk about it.
Yeah, that's how I feel. And after all of that being said and done, my grade for night one, I had given it a 6.5. I dropped it down to a 6 out of 10. Just because it was like it wasn't great. It was not great. The ad times ruined it. The short matches definitely killed the vibe. Thankfully, I was with a group of people, so we were able to, still have fun with each other, and that's why it wasn't as bad to us. But if you were watching it by yourself on the computer or at the TV, yeah, you were probably having a terrible time. So I definitely get it, but for me, night one was very average. It didn't feel like Mania, but it was like I've seen worse Manias, and it's a shame that we. I'm gonna get to that the extreme part in a minute. I want to hear what y'all say because I do want to talk about some of the extreme stuff that I saw on the internet regarding night one.
Yeah, I am very mid on this match. It's not the worst, not the best. Could have been better. I don't really care for Pat. I never really cared for Pat. I mean, even as a commentator, I always thought he was just like the best yes man for Michael Cole in a sense. Because like Michael Cole never really was fluid with anybody but Pat, and then now he's starting to get fluid with more people. So I was like, okay, Pat really elevating Cole as commentator. As a wrestler, I don't really care about Pat. I never, I can live without him. I'm gonna be fine. And then the all his promos and whatnot is just Jesus Christ.
Terrible.
Yeah, let's get 25% off of Wrestlemania tickets. Cool. Great. All right, okay. What does that have to do with my match, bro? Like but then I remember I seen a YouTube video talking about this might just be a way to market Pat And if it is, because if I start seeing patent movies and this dude was right, I'm gonna be really pissed. But other than that, like this was a match. Yeah, cool. Let me get heel Cody at this point because he been doing heel shit for a while now, and it needs to hurry up and flip over.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the one thing I hate is why we're using a WrestleMania match to set up for Backlash.
You know, that's something that I want to mention because in all 4 of Cody Rhodes's main events, only one match closed the feud. The other 3 continued the feud or opened it up or started it. If you go back to WrestleMania 39, that was not the conclusion of that feud. That was like, okay, they're literally just got started and went on for almost an entire year without, with very little interaction between those two, but you could tell the story was still there. WrestleMania 40 was the only time that story closed because 41, it was him and John Cena, and that story went all the way to SummerSlam. And now it's him and Randy, where it's like the feud has not closed. It's open. It's just literally getting started. So it's not the first time a WrestleMania main event has gone into Backlash. I.e., I can think about WrestleMania 2000 after the Fatal 4-Way. That beef between Triple H and The Rock was still there, and it went into Backlash, which happened to be what we call the better Mania for those who know about WrestleMania 2000. Because and of course, The Rock ended up finally beating Triple H. But
don't forget Roman and Brock. Roman and Brock too. They announced that as soon as WrestleMania ended, that there was going to be a cage match at Crown Jewel like 2 weeks later.
Yep. I forgot that happened as well. So yeah, you're absolutely right. It's just odd that it happened for Cody 3 out of 4 times.
Yeah, and this happened.
One time is time is okay, but 3 is like, whoa, okay,
it's getting to be too much.
Right.
Because at least with the other ones, it's like, oh, okay, you know what? He lost, and like now he needs to bite the bit and like try to find a way to come back. This one's like, all right, he won, but then even though he hit the finisher, Randy popped right back up and said, "Let's get to the work." And it's just like, but it's the finisher. You supposed to lay down for like 5 minutes, bro. Why'd you pop back up and grab that title? Like, what are we doing? And I was like, all right, you really must be on for time or something, because Jesus. Now I can't even believe it anymore, But
it's just like you said, it was a match. My most confusing thing for me was I wasn't sure what kind of story they were trying to tell. Part of it was like, is this a callback to the King of the Ring tournament where Cody was able to be ruthless and Randy wasn't able to pull the trigger? Was Randy's back legitimately hurt? Was this a double turn? I had no idea what kind of story they were trying to tell. And it was frustrating as hell trying to work our way through it because you had no idea what was going on. Cody worked heel because the crowd kind of demanded that he did for the moment. And even they made an illusion with the announcement at the end. They're like, oh, well, Cody's back. Cody did what he had to do. And it's like, who cares? Give us Cody Lander at this point. It's stale. It's stale. I need that Cody Lander today.
No, we definitely do.
That entrance was dope, though. The entrance was dope, though.
The entrance was definitely dope, man. Cody definitely had a cinematic entrance. My question about Cody turning heel is that do you have that big baby face to replace him? And I think that's what WWE is trying to struggle with. Like, who is going to be the big baby face? You got Roman on Raw, but Roman's not really baby face. Roman is Roman. He acts as a tweener.
There's too many heels on SmackDown.
Yeah, so it's just like, who would be that big baby face that can garner the being the face of the company in place of Cody if he were to turn heel? I think that's the question that they're left with. That being said, for the longest time they were trying to make Roman the face of the company, and then he turned heel. Now, granted, that was a 4-year run as a heel, so it's kind of like, you could still make it work with Cody being a heel and, trying to be the proverbial face, but obviously he's as you said, he's Cody Lander at this point. But they can find a way to make it work, but that does I did pose that because I know that that's the question that they're asking. That being said, I do want to just comment because there was a lot of people on Facebook and a lot of people on Twitter talking about this is the worst WrestleMania ever. And I just gotta say, first and foremost, we live in a world of extremes. Stop the fucking cap. If you think that night one, yes, night one had its issues. Night one has its issues. But if you thought that was the worst WrestleMania night of all time, my brother, you have not watched WrestleMania 2, WrestleMania 9, WrestleMania 11, WrestleMania 2000, WrestleMania 27, 32, or 34, or COVID Mania. All of those are 10 times worse than night one, bro. Like WrestleMania night 42 night one ain't even top 10 worst WrestleManias of all time. Was there left a lot to be desired? Yes, but I would never put it in the same boat as fucking WrestleMania 9, 11, or fucking 27. Those are by far these top 3 worst WrestleManias ever. So I had to get that off my chest because there was so many internet trolls talking about, is this the worst WrestleMania ever? I'm like, man, y'all don't know shit. I had WWE Network before we went to Peacock. I sat and watched those WrestleManias because I'm a super fan. Them shits were ass.
Them early WrestleManias certainly were, but I do agree that this is amongst the worst WrestleManias. I'm not gonna say it's the worst. It was definitely one of the worst WrestleManias. I like wrestling. I like wrestling in my wrestling shows, especially when we're supposed to have payoffs.
Nah, I thought we were just supposed to have a sprinkle of wrestling with my ad media.
You know what I'm saying? Like all the other popular circumstances in between, I didn't really mind so much. That's just WrestleMania, the nature of the beast. But all of them ads in between, it really took me out of it. And the fact that the women only got 24 minutes.
That is an issue. I think that the run time for the women's matches was insanely disrespectful.
And the main event itself was 22 minutes. And the main event being the can of bounce that ass.
Crazy for a main event not to go 45 minutes.
Yeah, man, it didn't have to go 45 minutes, but it had to be good. And it wasn't.
Yeah, at least tell a story. It was just, as you said, it was just there.
It was a match.
As I said, as far as if we're talking in the 2-night format, you could argue that the night one of 42 might have been one of the worst. Though I'd argue maybe night one of 41 was just as bad, save for the main event. The main event literally saved night one of 41.
I can't even remember half of 41. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That is exactly my point. The only thing you remember is the main event for real. So
yeah, I don't remember 40 more than 41. That's bad.
Night one of 41 was everything was bad except for the main event. Night one. Well, everything was mid. I'm not gonna say everything was bad. Everything was mid except for the main event. Night one, and then night two, everything was great except for the main event.
Yes. Yeah. So it's. Listen, but in terms of 2-night format, you can make the argument that night one was probably the worst night out of all the night ones. I would personally say night one of COVID Mania, but that ended with the Boneyard match, so it's like
we don't talk about COVID Mania. That was a gas leak year.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, in terms of night ones, I can say okay, yes, you could put it in that category. But in terms of overall WrestleManias, I refuse. I'm like, I can name 10 WrestleManias worse than that. But that's just me personally because I'm a nerd. In any case, any more thoughts before we get on to night two?
Nah, I'm good.
I don't know who booked that, but never cook again.
Right? Yeah, fire that man.
Never cook again.
Fire that man. That was a 1 out of 10.
Whoever thought they were in the kitchen, no, you weren't.
Yeah, no, not at all. All right,
Randy should have won too.
Again, if with Pat, no, without Pat, yes, but that's just where I'm at. Night 2 of WrestleMania 42. By and large, this shit was night and day difference. One of the reactors on IG, he was just like, sometimes I wonder if I'm watching the same company because night 1 was and night 2 was like, wow. So let's
Yeah.
Let's get into it, man. First and foremost, Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. This match did not need to be long. It was 4 minutes and 46 seconds, and it's
Good old
all
squash
it needs
match.
to be.
It don't never take that long when you got big meaty man bumping meat.
I'm not gonna lie. I never thought I see the day where Brock Lesnar is on the opposite end of a squash match.
Bruh,
That was
the opposite
insane.
end of a black man.
I've seen him once. I've seen him once with Goldberg. When Goldberg came back and they had that match, Goldberg did squash him. But that was
okay. I never did watch that one.
Yeah.
That was during the time where I left because they took away my ECW and I was mad.
I got you. Yeah, but when Goldberg came back in that 2018-2019 period and these two fought off, Goldberg squashed him. But as I said, Brock got his get back later on. So
but he beat him in what, 45 seconds?
Almost, just about. Because all he did, he shoved
Goldberg
him, speared him, jackhammer match was over. So
and Brock is gonna be speaking on Raw tonight.
Yeah, so they didn't. So in the Goldberg and Brock match, Brock did not get any offense in at all.
Okay,
and this one he did at least get some offense.
Oh yeah,
in,
definitely got an F5 in and everything.
Right, had tried to take him to Suplex City before he fought out of it, and that was pretty much that's where the end of the road happened, because as soon as he got out of Suplex City and started doing those uppercuts, then he got caught in that F5. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody Oba sold the F5, but he didn't stay down. He was down for 1 second and then he was back on the knee. I'm like, oh shit, I literally was watching like oh shit, he's getting up. He's getting up. He is getting up from an F5 like almost immediately. What is going on?
I was like, damn, we know something? Let's go.
Yeah, let's get it. I was like, he barely sold the F5, bro. This is crazy. And then one choke slam and then one fall from grace later. I popped out of my seat so quickly, bro. When I counted that 3, we was literally at my boy Trey's crib, and Trey was actually supposed to be part of this episode, but he had to go check on my homie who was just involved in a car accident.
Ooh, so, damn. Yeah, I'm praise out for your boy.
Yeah, definitely for sure, man. Showboat, I hope you're doing well, bro. But yeah, we literally was watching, and the moment he counted 3, I got up like I was in church. I'm just like, oh, let's go. I literally I'm like, man, Bobby Lashley, Omos, Big E, Kofi Kingston, you all have been avenged.
You right? Oh my Lord. Oh man, I don't even know if I have this recorded or what I said I wanted from this match on a previous podcast and whatnot, but I said I wanted 30 minutes, 1 pinfall over wins. I got less than 5 minutes, 1 pinfall over wins. I'll take 2 out of 3 any day. You know what I'm saying? That's all I needed.
Indeed.
We needed. This happened when I audibly said out loud, Triple H, you son of a bitch, you did it. I did not think he would have the balls to listen, man. I said it on my podcast last week. The balls at the 1 yard line. Don't pass it.
Right.
Do not pass it. You got time out. You got time on the clock. You got a mulligan if you need it. But run the ball. You're at the 1. Punch it in. This is like the most layup there was ever to have been laid up. All you had to do was do the right thing. And I think, as us as fans, we don't really get that with them. Like, we get let down so often, so frequently.
Yep.
And my God, finally, a measure of vindication, a measure of not being flabbergasted by some dumb decision. It's wonderful.
Oh yeah,
beautiful. Wonderful.
And then for it to be the retirement match.
Yes.
That was what I was
this is
like, that was just like, yo, and you know what? I guess that's a good way to go out, because honestly, I was not interested in seeing Brock versus Gunther. I'm gonna be honest.
Nobody was.
But if you were going to go out and retire, that's the way you go out. You put over the future, and you say, hey, I did all that I could. I don't need to do anything else. I don't have nothing else to prove. He is the future. My time is up. I will appreciate Brock for doing that. Like, he That is crazy. Now, of course, WWE can do some WWE shit, and then Brock might come back for one more match. But I think this, if nothing else, it signifies that this is definitely a changing of the guard. And Brock is. We know that Brock is intending to take a step back, if nothing else. Yep. But to see that in real time, I was just like, dang, yo, this really might be it. Yeah. And and bravo, man. Thank you for doing the right thing and putting over as you should.
Gotta do business, baby. Gotta do business.
This was what was best for business. You made Obafemi a made man with that. And
we got 20 years with this boy now.
Yes, yeah. I was gonna say, bro, Oba is 27 years old. We got 20 more years with him. If he decides
you can make a main eventer for the next 15 years, and they haven't pushed nobody this hard, this young, this new since Brock.
Yes,
20 some odd years ago. All right, what Cena was what? Not Cena. Lesnar debuted and was champ within 6 months.
Yep.
Real fast.
And never looked back. Yes.
So yeah, man, this was great. I kind of agree with Bleacher Report on this one. I gave this one an A+. I'm just like, yes, you know what? Fuck the time frame. Even if it was just a 5-minute match, that deserved an A+ between the entrances, the match itself, and the Brock calling in a career. 100%. Yes. All right. The Intercontinental Championship ladder match. This was a excellent car crash.
Good Lord, that was a doozy.
Yeah, boy, this shit was insane from start to finish. But my one critique.
Say it.
Why the fuck did y'all not show entrances for Rusev, JD McDonough, and
3 entrances, bro?
Y'all gave these niggas jobber entrances, bro. Like,
I thought I was tripping.
He don't got an entrance.
I thought I was tripping. I said, why is JD in the ring? Why is Rusev in the ring? Huh? What?
Yeah, pissed, bro. I was pissed. I'm like, ain't no way y'all just gave them jobber entrances at Wrestlemania, man.
Evil word.
Like, y'all could have cut that commercial break hella short and been like, hey, here's all the entrances. This is WrestleMania. Let them have their moment. Like, Dragon Lee had the dragon wings and shit coming down. I'm like, what the fuck? You mean to tell me we missed a great WrestleMania entrance because of fucking ad break?
How do I get that?
I don't know, but
fuck.
They said, yeah, he came in with the big ass dragon wings. I'm just like, man, that's some bullshit, bro. How y'all do my mans like that?
Dirty. See, normally I don't like it when people record shit when that's somewhere because I want you to be into whatever you're doing. But this is the one time I'm like, damn, I need to see these entrances, bro.
Yeah. Especially when one of them turned out to be the match's MVP.
Yes.
And I'm talking about blow pop head ass JD.
Yeah, bro. JD, he took some crazy bumps, bro.
Man.
Crazy ass bumps,
I think he was the only person who was able to take that damn Mexican destroyer on the motherfucking
on the ladder.
We know what channel he grew up on. Y'all know what channel he grew up on? Y'all know what channel JD grew up on? Noggin.
Nah, that one deserves this.
Yo,
bruh, that was hilarious. All right. Nah, but for real, man, this was an excellent match from start to finish. The bumps were insane. Javon really had a great showing from doing the springboard off the ropes to knock JD off the ladder. Penta sending Rey Mysterio into Rusev into the ladder outside. That was a crazy spot. Obviously the Spanish Fly that JD did, that was amazing from the ladder, and then the OG cutter, which yes, admittedly Rusev did jump into to make it look good, but big shout out to Rusev and Javon Evans for making that shit look beautiful as hell.
Great.
Yes, and honestly, What I did when we did our match predictions, I did say that Penta was going to retain, though I would like if Javon Evans had won. So when Penta ended up retaining, I'm like, hey, I'm not mad at either result. But truly, anybody could have won this match, and I probably would have been okay with it. But
that's a fact. Everybody was doing it hard. God damn.
Yes, they for the 15 minutes that they got, they went balls to the wall for real on this shit.
I feel like they went back there and said, hey, boys, we got 15 minutes. There's 6 of us. This is about to be a showcase of your best shit. Let's get it
about to be a human car crash.
This about to be sexy. Let's get to the work. And that's what they did. Spanish Fly, Springboard Lariat, OG Cutter, all this, they said we're gonna go balls to the goddamn walls and be excellent at it. There was no fuck ups, no mess ups, just straight bodily destruction.
Indeed.
And it's easy to get mad at night 2 because those matches were also not as long as they were on, in years past. They're about as long as night 1's matches, but they packed everything you're supposed to with, action, story, purpose, meaningful endings, all into it. So even though it was just 15 minutes, it didn't feel like it because they were just, like you said, man, just from pillar to post, bell to bell, just on 10 the whole time.
Indeed. All right. Next match, Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams for the United States Championship. All right, I'll let one of y'all go first.
All right, I'm just happy that Sammy Hogan didn't pull a Hogan and keep some bullshit. This really should have been Trick versus Mello.
Yes.
But hey, Trick won and I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? This was, for me, solidified that this was Nigga Mania. Because I was like, yes, it's for us. This is what I want. This is what I need. Sammy over there in the corner, look like he about to cry. Yeah, cry. I need you. You need to stop showing up at WrestleMania every goddamn year because you need something to do. How about you sit back and let other niggas do some shit?
You know what? All right, so I disagree. I feel like Sammy's one of the best in the company. If they want to showcase him at WrestleMania, they showcase him. What I'm upset was that this year did cost Mello. If you weren't going to do a double turn during the match, which is what I predicted would happen, you could have easily had Mello involved in this match. You could have had Trick versus Mello. You could have had a triple threat and have Trick win. There were ways to go about this. And for the 3rd year now, Mello will not make WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Travesty. This should have been his year.
And regarding the double turn, I'm like, but did it really not happen? Because I felt that it did, just not in the traditional sense. Because Sammy played the heel the entire match. Like, he literally laid out Trick with a brainbuster on the apron, hit him with a haluva kick on the outside, and was telling the referee to count. That's a heel. He literally attacked Yachty unprovoked. Like, Yachty wasn't even doing anything at this point. Like, normally, like, he would distract him, but he wasn't. And he attacked.
I guess this is your podcast. We can curse here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, my nephew's now gone too. Sammy's been a little chicken shit for weeks now.
Yeah.
he has been for weeks now. And he's been encroaching on bitch ass territory for a little bit longer than that. Like, I'm one of WrestleMania. I'm a champion. I'm a champion that has a big crown champion. Yeah, I will be a champion. It's like, all right, bro. And then you came up across the aura farm and the sauced up nigga Trick Willy Wonka and made you look like the mid that you are because you dress like it, you look like it, your hair is not done, your beard is not combed. You smell like a can of bounce. Hey, catering's over that way. Like, Trick made this man look horrible and made this man go from sympathetic to pathetic.
Yeah.
So I was expecting for that turn to be solidified in this moment if you weren't gonna involve Mello.
Yeah, but unfortunately, all we got is him, Sammy looking like he gonna cry in the damn corner.
Yeah.
That gonna do for me. This man better come out as a heel or something.
Yeah, he probably will. I'm pretty sure when Friday rolls around, if not today, he's gonna be healing it up. I already know he's gonna be like, y'all turned on me. Why did y'all turn on? I never turned my back on y'all. But still do some healer shit in whatever his next match is. I wouldn't be surprised if he attacks Trick, whether it be backstage or whether it be during the match, or whether it be during Trick doing a promo. I would not be surprised if he did that and solidified the heel turn. But yeah. This match was once again quick as hell. But they hit the story beats where they needed to hit, and obviously, Trick, for as good as he is on the mic and whatnot, is he like the best technical wrestler in the world? No, he's still learning, but he's learning at a quick pace. And I think that when you're in WWE, you don't have to be like super technical. You don't have to be what you call like the most technical in the world. You don't have to be a Daniel Bryan. You don't have to be a Will Ospreay, and not in WWE anyway, in order for you to get where you need to be. So honestly, this was worth it. I never thought I would boo Sami Zayn for attacking Lil Yachty, but I did find myself booing him. Like, man, what you attack Yachty for? He ain't do shit.
I've been booing Sammy for years. Let me stop.
And honestly, I like Sammy, but the way this story was built, it's like, bro, you hold mellow. So you deserve what you got coming to you. So
gingerbread, ginger ale, ginger beer.
I'm glad that my boy Trick Williams from Hampton University and South Carolina became the United States champion, man. So South Carolina, we up. I'm not part of the 803 because that's where he's from. He's from Columbia, but South Carolina, we up.
Between him, Oba and Lash, man, the SEC is up right now.
Yes. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
The WWE is SEC powered.
Indeed. All right. Oh, and shout out to that long ass coat that Trick was wearing during his entrance.
Why was his coat longer than Stephanie's, bro?
Who's getting married?
Man, I saw that. I said, y'all damn, y'all skipped. I said that's what Stephanie's budget went to that coat,
bro. Yeah, to that train, bro.
Am I the only one that heard the wedding song from Living Single? With this ring, I commit to you.
Okay. Good shots for that week, bro. Okay. You got me with that one. Shit. All right. Okay. Street fight.
Here comes the Trick. It's cold as brick.
Wow. All right, yo. The street fight between the Demon Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. The street fight stipulation got thrown in there out of nowhere, but honestly, I think that it made it, a good match. It made it a fun match. So obviously the match could have gone longer, but in the end, the right person won. The Demon got his win finally, like after 3 years, because he never should have lost the Edge in that fucking Hell in a Cell match. We never got an explanation on that act of God between him and Roman Reigns. So there's that.
It was me, Austin.
Yeah, clearly. But I will say that Dom did get in more offense than I thought he would. Obviously, the first time he hit the 619 and the frog splash and Demon kicked out of one, I thought that was a good spot. This man Dom went to wailing on this nigga with the chair. Balor did get him back with it, but I was just like, damn, bro, you literally just wailing with him. And then I guess to close the match out, obviously the Demon put the chair on Dom's head, shotgun drop kicked him into the corner, and I'm glad that Dom came out the way that he did, because I'm like, yo, one wrong move, that could have been bad. Yep. But yeah, they made it work, and then he did the coup de grace through the table, and 1, 2, 3, and the Demon got his win. So I'm so glad to see the Demon back on the winning side, and hopefully we will get the Demon in more rare spots. Like, we don't need to see Demon Finn all the time, but when he's pushed to that limit and in big moments like SummerSlam, okay, we can see the Demon, or next year's WrestleMania, we can see we probably won't be able to see the Demon in next year's WrestleMania because it's in Riyadh, it's in fucking Saudi Arabia. We know how they feel about that. So, yeah, but there are plenty of other moments where you can probably, we'll see the Demon, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be in those bigger moments. I'm just My only gripe was I wish WWE didn't spoil it. They were just trying to sell tickets and trying to advertise for it. Had it been a surprise, I know that Allegiant Stadium would have blown the roof off.
Oh yeah,
if that was a surprise.
Yeah.
If they didn't tease it, they would have. Yeah, they would have blown it off.
Yeah, we didn't need that teaser at all.
People say that, but they have never not advertised the Demon.
They have
like
one
not
time.
even NXT, not even NXT. Well, I mean, they didn't advertise him in NXT, but we all knew when that championship match was coming.
Yeah, the
that
Demon was
takeover.
coming.
They say takeover. That Demon was coming.
But there was one time that the Demon did not get advertised, and it completely blew the roof off the building. That was SummerSlam when he was going up against Baron Corbin when he was Constable Corbin. The Demon was not advertised.
You're right. You're right.
He got into the ring, and then all of a sudden the lights went on, and we heard that heartbeat, and it was like, oh shit, the Demon's here. And yeah, he got a really big pop out of that. So
I forgot all about that. You're right.
Yeah. So I would have liked to have seen that, but it is what it is. He still got a nice pop, still got a very, very nice interest. The streamers were when the streamers popped out during his interest, I was like, oh damn, this is a nice little fanfare. So big shout out to that. Okay, now we're on to our last two matches, the main events. The WWE Women's Championship, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. Can I just say this has been Jade's best match since she got on the main roster?
Definitely.
It might be her best match as a wrestler, period.
Right. Like she said she was like, hey, y'all not gonna keep talking shit about me. She went in there, and the fact that this was the worst build of all the WrestleMania builds, and
thanks to Rhea.
Thanks to Rhea, but this exceeded my expectations, like above and beyond my expectations. I'm like, yo, Jay look clean in the ring. I was like, yo, that power slam looked good. The spine buster looked good. This girl pulled out a motherfucking one-winged angel. She called it.
Yeah, I was like, yo, what we doing?
I'm sitting there like, no, Jay did not just do that. Damn.
I was so surprised when I saw that one-winged angel.
Yeah.
I was like, holy. That's what we doing? Oh, okay, I see you, girl.
I literally thought she about to drop into the electric chair, but then she pulled her down. I'm like, wait. Oh, okay, Jay.
And what she called Sandforce, or what she called it?
Sandstorm.
Yeah.
I love that. I thought it was a great match.
Nobody though, right? It's not gonna be a finisher.
Probably not.
She'll probably still use the Jada, but that could be a finisher. Like, hey, be like Stephanie and use that as like a secondary finisher. If the Jada don't do it, pull that out. Like, all right, I gotta finish you with this.
There's only I don't know. There's only been one other person I've seen use the one-wing angel in wrestling.
You talking about outside of Kenny Omega?
Yeah, outside of Kenny Omega. That was Killian Dane.
Killian Dane or Big Dame.
Yeah, he called it Ulster Plantation in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Outside of that, man, like they need to protect it. If you're gonna use the one-wing angel, you gotta protect it. You can't have anybody kick it. I don't care who they are.
Of course.
That's
true. MJF kicked out of it last week, but that was after some time.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't straight away.
Yeah. And
protect the one-winged angel.
Indeed.
Just protect finishes in general.
Protect finishes in general, for real. Facts. Now,
one at a time. Let's start with one.
Yeah. So obviously there was going to be interference.
I hated that.
B-Fab and Michin, of course, came out. We knew this was coming.
I still don't get why they're there.
They're her stable. They're the baddies now. They're her stable.
That switch up messed me up because I was like, weren't y'all just fighting like last week?
It's one of those like, I guess there's a perfectly good explanation for it, but the only one I can come up with is if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah,
plus,
I guess
Michin had problems with Rhea in the past, so it was just
enemies of my enemies, my friend.
Exactly. I'd rather deal with Jay than deal with your ass. So I think that's why Michin did it. And B-Fab is like, hey, wherever you go, I'm going. Where you going, I'm going.
He's like, you know what? Be with you, I get TV time, so we get over here.
Big shout out to that match, man. I know that Rhea ended up winning. Io came to rescue her, and I do like the fact that they doing a lot of reversals within the match. JB, that is loud.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's all good. I know that you watch it Raw. I'm like, I'm not trying to get no spoilers right now because I got to go back and watch as soon as we finish recording. But
that's a fact.
With that in mind, I do want to say that I did see it coming. I was like, I want Jade to win because, black women forever. I'm not going to vote against the black women, but I knew that Rhea was going to win because, unfortunately, that SmackDown women's roster needs a shot in the arm, and Triple H really depends on Rhea a lot. So that's his shot in the arm, is to have Rhea go down to SmackDown and maybe get that women's roster on SmackDown up to speed and up to par.
What's in the singles roster? Because I know it's Jade, I know it's Michin, I know it's Chelsea Green, it's B-Fab, Julia,
Alba Fire, Kiana Jane.
Oh yeah, Kiana Jane. Yeah, it's
Irresistible Fortunes. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's been kind of up and down with them.
Yeah, it really has. So I'm just hoping that with Rhea over there, it'll actually pick it up a little bit. So, but other than that, the match was really good. Again, it didn't get a lot of time, but I didn't expect a lot of time in a Jade match. But for the time they got, they did it. So yeah, and then shout out to Io Sky because Io Sky is adorable as hell. That's just my personal opinion. Any other comments before we get to the comedy segment in the main event?
No, I mean I think we got about everything. The only thing I wish was in my predictions. I did think that Jade was gonna get a new member of the Baddies, and I was hoping it was gonna be Kalani Jordan.
Ooh,
and that would have been
nice.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Okay, no, my first surprise. I'm not gonna say that. The first surprise.
Do not spoil it, bro. I know a surprise is gonna come, so don't spoil it because
that's why I'm moving away from my laptop. But
all right.
But yeah, I think it was pretty nice. This was I thought it was kind of crazy that Jade was wearing like more of a gold, and then Rhea came out with the all white, and I was like, oh, so you just gonna steal my girl's colors just cause? That's how you feeling? All right, just cause I moved on from you to Stephanie, don't mean you could be doing all this. All right? Sheesh.
Nah, for real, man. I got some comments about Stephanie, but we know how JB on the last show that I did with JB.
Call me Booker T. I'm here for it.
Hey, but he had some comments towards that fucking Miles Bourne. It's like, Miles Bourne, you goddamn son of a bitch. But anyway.
Don't get me started on that, man.
Yeah, man.
I ain't over it.
Yeah, clearly.
It's not over till they over.
Yeah. Comedy segment real quick, of course. Danhausen and the Mini Housens come up and punch the Miz and the Miz and Kit Wilson in the groins and whatnot, and carry them away. Danhausen is funny, man. He is definitely comedy. I've always said that. I was like, if you need a comedic wrestler, Danhausen is your guy. He sells the merch, and he really can go in the ring, but obviously his character is a gimmick character, so he's not going to, do a lot. But a lot of people were surprised when he first had his first match against Kit Wilson. I'm like, oh, so now y'all actually get to see Danhausen wrestle. He can wrestle. He can go, but, he's a comedic act, so of course it's, going to be shenanigans. But yeah, I had to get a quick laugh. He actually made John Cena laugh, which was funny as hell. I was like, bro, John Cena is breaking character right now. He's trying to hold it together. But yeah, it could you, if you wanted to critique it, you can be like, this spot could have been for any of the other people that missed WrestleMania. But we already knew that the host was going to come out and do a number spot, and there was going to be a comedic act or special act that came with that. So there's that. This main event
was funny.
Yeah. Let's get to this main event, bro. Like,
man, shout out to Kit Wilson, man, for getting the WrestleMania moment, even though he got hit in the Wilson Kits.
The Wilson Kits is crazy. The Wilson Kits is crazy. But anyway, the main event, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. First and foremost, talk about the entrances. The entrances for Roman Reigns, fucking spectacular. Having the montage of all of the bloodline members from Yokozuna to Alpha and Sika to Superfly Jimmy Snuka to High Chief Peter Maivia, all of that in the background there.
Umaga.
I saw Umaga there as well. You had the opera singer, you had the pianist, you had the dude playing the brake drums at the stage, and then he didn't come out to I Am Greatness. He came out to head of the table. I was like, oh shit! With the gold glove, I was like, my tribal chief is back.
Oh, that's all I needed to hear.
Yes.
Oh,
that was the I win button.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Oh,
I was
chills.
like, yo, yeah, absolute chills, man. And then CM Punk's entrance gave me fucking goosebumps because first and foremost, the video package was fire, and then it's the fact that he used Miseria Cantare. I was like, yo, he used his theme song from Ring of Honor in his video package.
No one from no one, I'm nothing at all.
Yes. I was like, yo, oh, this is about to be peak. And then the song goes off and he's just standing there and there's just complete silence. I'm like, yo, all right. And then finally it's yelling this clobbering time, and then you hear Cult of Personality. This is like, yo, I was like, yo, this is about to be cinema for real. Also, shout out to CM Punk's jacket because I know he was paying tribute to a lot of the people who were part of WWE's production. And then the crown on his back, of course, to the late great Harley Race, the dog for Larry, and of course he had the Chicago flag on his right arm, and then he had the Puerto Rican flag for AJ Lee on his left. So yeah. And CM Punk has lived his dream, man. He finally got a night one WrestleMania main event last year, and now he got a night two.
All thanks to the tribal chief.
The main event. And yes, you could say all thanks to the tribal chief. Yes, indeed. But when I say from start to finish, this story, like the way that they played this story out was, is it going to be Roman needing the bloodline to help him win? Or does Punk have enough in the tank? And I just love that the story that they told, because at the end of the match, it boiled down to Punk does not have enough. And I love the fact that Punk was telling that story with every championship match that he had. It was like you could tell that the years are catching up to him, that he's getting winded, you know, but he always managed and found a way to pull through. But in this case, the one time that he needed to on the biggest stage in the ball, he couldn't do it.
You're old.
Yeah, it's crazy because Roman ain't that young himself anymore. Roman's 40, but I do like the story that they told, because it was like CM Punk didn't have enough, and Roman's like, "Yo, I can still go." The entire story beat of the match. Of course, everybody's one complaint is, you know, the steel steps. He used the steel steps. That should be a DQ, but I'm like, in matches that big, it's always, you know, referee's discretion. And of course, the ref is like, I'm not about to fucking call a DQ at the, you know, a WrestleMania main event. No. Yeah. I'm gonna just sit and yell at Roman Reigns to not do it again. And then there were times where he wasn't even counting. Like, he stopped counting them out after a while. He's like, I'm not ending this on a count out. Like, there needs to be a winner. This is WrestleMania. This is the main event of all the nights. And yeah, I just love the way that story played out from start to finish, bell to bell. There was no interference needed. No, like, and that's the beauty of it, because like we talked about how WWE sometimes over relied on the interference, but this match, sometimes the matches that you make, the best matches that you have, don't need any interference at all. Just let these two go and have a war, and that's exactly what they did. And when I say that this might be one of the best WrestleMania main events that I've seen in quite a long time, not including 40, because 40 was great for its own reasons, for the way that it was
Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, so yeah, 40 was Avengers Endgame. It was overbooked to hell, but that was part of the story. This was just let them go to war.
Cook.
That hate each other, just let them cook. And my God, bro, I stood up. I was like, yo, I'm not even in the stadium right now. I'm standing up. I'm giving a round of applause. Like, yo, those two put on a classic, a barn burner for real. We could talk about how they were switching between the you know, Punk trying to get into and switching the finishes and trying to get into each other's head. Obviously, you know, Roman was trying to get into his head with the, you know, time to go to sleep. Of course, he, you know, didn't hit the tried to do the GTS and whatnot. You could have Punk grabbing the Ulafala and then trying to do a spear, Reigns catching him into the guillotine, Punk getting out of it, Punk trying to do the Anaconda Vice, Roman getting out of it, then Punk trying to do the sharpshooter, him getting out of it again. It was just a lot of great back and forth. You could see that in the beginning. They were trying to, like, CM Punk was trying to do chain wrestling, and Roman was like, "I'm not for that." I'm like, "That's not me." you yeah. I was like, "No, we're not doing this."
The Tribal Chief does not chain wrestle.
Yeah, but you could just see like this was absolute great, and then of course the finish where it led to. Before we get there, obviously Roman powerbombed him through one of the announce tables, and then CM Punk hit that elbow to Roman on the other announce table, and then, you know, when we get to the end of the match, you hit, you know, CM Punk hit the GTS, Roman Reigns bounces back and back on his shoulders, and that's where the story comes in of CM Punk didn't have enough left in the tank, because as he tried to go for that second one, he collapsed, and right then that's when I knew, oh, it's over. Roman hit that spear. CM Punk didn't go down immediately. He tried to get back up, and then he tried to attack him, but he's like you knew he was out of reach. He just tried to swipe at him, but he just
get a nice whiff.
Yeah.
My lord!
I'm like, yeah, that's it.
When I saw that, I said, "Oh, cinema."
Yeah, yep. And Roman bounced off one rope, bounced off the other spear. 1, 2, 3. I'm like, yo, what a beautiful ending. And I had hoped that the Usos would not interfere, because I said the Usos might interfere in this match. I'm so glad that they didn't. I'm so glad they just let them cook. I got no more notes. That's all I'm gonna say.
That was a match and a half. That was one of that match right there. To be fair, night 2 in general brought back the whole WrestleMania for me. But that match right there, god damn, I was glued. I couldn't take my eyes off that. I didn't want to eat my popcorn. I didn't want to drink my drink. I didn't want to go to the bathroom. I didn't want to do nothing. I just had to look at this match and just be in awe. Because them boys was doing so much. Jesus. I mean, yes, the steel step shot. I honestly thought, I was like, what? We getting DQ'd already? We just started this thing. What's going on? But then there was no DQ, no countouts. We just hitting moves to moves to moves. Shoot, at one point, Punk was hitting like 4 elbows in a row. My son was just hitting them drops. My boy, roll over, hit another, roll over, hit another, roll over. We roll out the ring with them elbows. I was like, Jesus. Just straight assault after assault after assault. I was like, God damn, this is a match. Ooh, the double lariat to the drop, just looking at each other like, I hate you more. I'm gonna do this thing. Like, it was just
dang. And then I forgot about the fact where CM Punk took off his tape.
And then the low blow.
Yeah, and then the low blow that led to the GTS. I forgot about that part, but yeah, that's
because I remember when I was watching, I was like, why my man taking the tape off? That tape looked fine. Low blow, yeah, okay, I'm here. You got me cheering for you again. Yo, I loved it.
Yeah,
I could have
definitely lived up, man. It was a high quality. JB, your final comments.
I think this is the best singles non-interference main event out of WrestleMania I might have ever seen in my life. Like, bell to bell, told the story. And at the end of the day, Punk couldn't hang. His body couldn't do it. He's old, Roman said. You can't hang. I'm going to outlast you. And if it wasn't for the fact that he couldn't get his body up to hit a second GTS consecutively, which we've seen him do in the past before, we'd be saying and still. But because he couldn't, we said and knew.
Indeed.
Roman outlasted him. Roman wanted it more. Listen, man. CM Punk catalog full of classics. This is in there somewhere. This is one of Roman's best matches ever.
Yes.
One of his best matches ever. This was a masterclass. I didn't know he could pull out this type of wrestling match in his career. Over the weekend, I was telling people that Jacob Fatu might be the best wrestler in his family. Hey, man, my bad. My bad. My tribal chief.
Tribal chief lets you know.
My bad. It was spectacular.
Indeed.
Spectacular match. And oh my gosh. Whatever he does next, I'm here for it. He's my favorite wrestler in the world for a reason, but this was next level. I don't even say what I say for him being my favorite wrestler. He's just that guy. So kudos, man.
Yeah, man. All right. So if I gave night 1 a 6, I'm giving night 2 a 9. The only reason I can't give it a 10 obviously was because of the ad breaks, commercials, but the quality of the matches and the strong performances from all of the wrestlers in night 2 outshined any of the gripes that I had. So with that in mind, if I were to give the entire show a grade, it probably, if we're doing averages, it'll turn out to be a 7.5. Night 1, night 2, amazing. So that leaves for a solid Mania overall. And night 2 really, really like put night 1 on his back and carried it. So
absolutely. Sprint with it, really.
Yeah. So
man.
What's
Okay.
up?
Night 1, I gave night 1 a 4. Like, I just thought it was garbage. Night 2, man, I am so hard. I want to give it a 9 so bad. I want to give it a 9. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 though.
Okay.
Only because I wanted Jay to win. I thought Jay needed it more.
Yeah.
And yeah. Other than that, man, like you're right. Either way we slice it, it balances out to be a very solid Mania overall.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with as well. Like solid overall. Night 2, carried, sprinted, squatted, deadlifted, all that. Like just amazing.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I would say same for me. Because shoot, night 1, damn near, I was fighting not to go to sleep. I was fighting my head off because of all them damn ads, and the stories was just slow but fast all at the same time. Meanwhile, night 2, I was like, God damn, we're gonna start off with a bang. Start off, give me a unwarranted fucking retirement. Then every match after that, just ramp. And then we just gonna hit us with Roman wins the title that he basically made for everyone else to have. He said, nah, I want that now. I thought that was crazy. I loved it.
You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. This is, and now I want that that World Heavyweight Championship replica even more. I'm saving up for that, so that's gonna be the belt that I bring next year for BlerDCon. So yes, sir. Had to throw that on there. But anyway, guys, of course we got to get to Raw after Mania because we got to see what happens afterwards. We catch all the surprises and all the action that happens afterwards. But overall, what did you guys think of WrestleMania 42? What do you think of night 1? What do you think of night 2? Do you think that night 1 was just okay, like I do, or do you think it was a hot pile of garbage, like JB does? And do you think that night 2 was great, just like everybody else here in the pod does? Let us know your thoughts, of course, and definitely continue to check us out. We will try to be more consistent over here on the wrestling side and just on the pod side as well. Obviously, again, new beginnings for me. Back in the job market, but still wanted to put more focus into this and to other things as well. So we out here just, living, trying to take things day by day, but we still here. So you'll be seeing our page pop up a little bit more on your algorithm here these next couple of days. So just be sure that you stay tuned. With that, anybody got any, how to follow you or any shout outs that y'all want to give real quick?
You already know you're gonna see me on Thursdays with the It Mob crew.
Of course. You already know Imma was back in the building, man.
Hey, shout out to Bob. JP versus the World on Wednesdays, man. We going live every week now.
Let's get it.
That's what it's gonna be. We review Wrestlemania over there with some of the boys. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to come over and talk about it again,
I might be down for it, man. I ain't gonna be doing nothing on my Wednesday, clearly. So
we can.
yeah,
I'm
we
just
can definitely
saying.
run it back. We can run it back.
I'm just saying, man. Like,
Yep.
also, shout out to my homie man North Star, man. Here to celebrate his 40th birthday. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to man everybody on Black Twitter, man. Black Anime Nerd Twitter, man. Like, shout out to everybody, man, who go watch out this podcast. Take care of yourselves and each other, man. Keep your heads up, no matter what, man. Stay black. If you ain't black, man, stay what you are. You still special.
Indeed. With that, guys, because we running close to 2 hours, I'm not gonna do the rundown, but for all the black podcasts, for the black artists, for the black content creators, the black nerds, the black business owners that are out there that have supported this podcast, once again, we appreciate all of your support. Y'all already know how I feel about y'all. We root for everybody black over here. That's just what we do. And if you got a problem with that, you can go kick rocks. Who gives a fuck? You know, this ain't for you. So you already know. Now, again, this ain't to say that we don't support you out there. You know, if you're not black, cool. But just remember that this is a black-centric podcast. So it is what it is. Now, with that, it's time to go ahead and wrap it up. Please be sure, again, that you like, share, and subscribe to the Chaotic Culture Podcast on your favorite DSP. Please be sure, once again, that you sign up for the Patreon. That's patreon.com/Chaotic Culture Pod. I'm also working on some other things for the pod as well, but I'll get to that maybe a little later. You'll see what we're working up and what we're cooking up down the line. Of course, you can follow the Chaotic Culture Podcast on Facebook at the Chaotic Culture Podcast page. You can also follow us on Threads, on Instagram, and on TikTok at Chaotic Culture Pod, all one word. You can follow us on X if you so choose to do so at Chaotic Culture 1. You can follow us, of course, on Blue Sky at chaoticculture.bsky.social. You can follow me, Kid the Pro, that's K3D the Pro, on all social media. You can follow all of my co-hosts on their social media. That includes Scuba Steve at Scuba Steve 1428 on all social media, Sappy at Scratch 14 on all social media, and of course, my boy Law at L.JR_96 on IG and Law96_ on X/Twitter. Once again, and if you are watching this YouTube video, please be sure that you like the video, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you are watching any of our clips, once again, please be sure that you like the clip, share the clip, subscribe to the pod, and once again, hit that notification bell as well. We appreciate all of you that are out there that continuously tune into this podcast. Again, I know we haven't been consistent, but that's because I was going through a job transition. So there's that. But anyway, guys, that's enough. That's a wrap for me. Once again, thank you to JB versus the World for joining us again on this special edition, and to my boy Dre, aka Fuzzy Mango Nectar, for joining the pod for the first time. Good to have you on the floor, my guy. As y'all know, he's part of It Mob with me as well. So we about to run things up again on It Mob. I'm back full time for the time being. So we get into the shit for real. So yeah, so that's a wrap, guys. Thank you once again for joining us, and thank you for tuning in to the Chaotic Culture Podcast. So until next time, folks, remember, embrace the culture, chaos rules, be blessed, be safe, and God is love. We out of here. Deuces.
So what's the word?
You are now tuned in to the Chaotic Culture Podcast. And